Hi, I'm Michael Gordon with this week's Economic Insights. Well, it's been a relatively light data week, but we did get the final information we need to finalise our pick for next week's GDP release. Now, we've had a steady stream of data over the last couple of months, suggesting that the Kiwi economy was regaining momentum through the early part of this year. But this is the first time we'll be getting a complete picture. So we're expecting a 1% rise in GDP for the March quarter, and that growth will be spread across a range of sectors, with manufacturing, farming and tourism being some of the standouts. The main laggard is the construction sector, which has been slowing for some time. There has been a pickup in building consents over the last year or so, but that's not translating into more building work just yet. Now, there's a quirk in the way the data is calculated, which means that March quarters tend to look stronger than the rest of the year, but even if we account for that, it's still shaping up as a period of solid growth. The main drawback of this data, though, is that it's now looking fairly dated. While the Iran conflict really picked up through the March month, that's probably too soon to expect it to have had an impact on activity here. So it's really the June quarter indicators that we'll be looking out for. What is notable about this is that this is really the last major data release ahead of the Reserve Bank's next policy review in early May. So given the split vote last time, could this be the thing that helps to break the deadlock? I suspect not, and for a couple of reasons. One is that it is somewhat dated. Another is that the Reserve Bank was already forecasting a 1% rise like us, so it would take, I think, a decent surprise in either direction to change some minds there. And finally, it really seems like the committee is more focused on indicators of inflation than activity at the moment. And in that respect, I think what will matter more is whether we see some resolution in the Middle East conflict that helps to bring oil prices down again, rather than anything that's in the economic data. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.